Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you make more money.
Don't forget to grab your Magnatech mat, available at most PDR tool distributors.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are here with another episode of PDR Tool Time. I have to open up my chat. See, I don't even know what episode we're on. Gentlemen, can you help me out here?
254.
Are we on 254? 254. Dos, cinco, cuatro for our Spanish listening folks. And I've got my good friends, Daniel Grom, Vince D'Alessandro, and the one, the only, the hail-fixing God who hails from the up north.
The Great White North.
The Great White North.
We're not even white this year.
You are.
John friggin' Renstrom.
We don't have any snow. It was 50 degrees today. You guys got
No, you guys, the Texas people got the snow. Vince was making snowmen.
Yes, I was.
True.
I think
You know what? I was disappointed. I was hoping you were going to make a snow woman with some cans.
Amen and a woman.
He looks like a snow penis right now because he's pretty melted.
And today for me, I was working. It was in the 30s. I actually canceled all my appointments on Monday because it was going to be in the 30s, and I'm just not. Yeah, I'm not crying about it. And the reason why is I'm not set up to work in those kind of conditions to where I'm not going to crack paint. Like I have a heat gun and all that kind of stuff, but not every customer I have has access to electricity. And I've yet to buy a generator or something that I can run in my van to power a heat gun.
none of these cordless heat guns that are on the market for you.
They're garbage.
Propane?
They're garbage to me.
Propane power.
Yeah.
I have propane. Here's the thing. I have the dents that I had on the schedule would not have cut it. It was a 1950s model Chevrolet truck that had been completely redone. Are you going to work on that car in 30-degree weather?
Yeah, you better get it warm.
Exactly. So
anytime I do them older rigs, I get them hot.
Yeah.
You know what? Anson needs to make us a heat gun that you put 2 batteries in it.
That way it can run down in 10 minutes instead of 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, there's just battery technology. You got to get like a Tesla battery to freaking run a heat gun.
You know what? We can't talk banter here because we've got a loaded show full of tools.
Loaded?
Yeah, we've got lots of stuff, right, Vince?
Yeah, we got lots of stuff because I forgot to bring lots of stuff last week. So
You're making up for it.
I'm making up for it. We're going to kind of rattle through a whole bunch of stuff. But before that, last week's episode, which aired today, we're recording on Tuesday, a week earlier, we talked about MTE and how excited we were for
Oh,
so,
wah, wah, wah.
and how Hudson was on the fence about going, so now he doesn't have to go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
none of us are going.
None of us are going. But that means I just get to look forward to Anson.
Yes.
I still might go. I still might go though.
Okay. So yeah, there's
one man show.
There's some people getting together down in Key West. I know
Yes.
that's going to go on. But we're talking Anson at the brand new facility that'll be there in Burleson, Texas. That's May 8th.
Yes. Yeah, back it up. Let's back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
Beep, 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 beep.
Back to the actual date of February 6th. That's when MTE was supposed to go on. We decided we wanted to let the dust clear before we started announcing it with the fact that all of us were disappointed with MTE ending, or not ending, but not doing it this year.
Canceled.
So we are taking it upon ourselves to have the open house for Anson North, which is at Alliance Dent Repair, which is the Kinseys. Andrew Kinsey, that runs the Dent Olympics, and his wife, they have both taken on a subsidiary or a store of their own, which is all filled with Anson products. Not just Anson products, but it's like a little mini Anson.
It's Anson 2.
Anson Annex.
It's more of an annex, or it's another location. It's basically like the Chris Howe van, but at a fixed location in Plano, Texas.
All right.
So we're going to have the open house on that day on February 6th at the Kenzie's place, which is Alliance Dent Repair in Plano, Texas. And it's already set up. They're already open, but we're going to have the grand opening for them on that day.
Okay. Cool. I think you should just call it Anson 2, TOO.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll bring it up to him.
And then,
and that's going to be in
then
Plano.
we have the Anson open house, right?
Yes, that's May 8th. May 8th is the big Anson open house. And Daniel, why don't you tell them your great idea that we're trying to implement with the Kenzie's?
Well, I was like, what if we had a dent competition there, since we can't do it at MTE? We'll call it the Invitation Open or the Open Invitational. Or the Masters,
the maybe. Invitational.
No, maybe I know. We'll call it the Masters, and we'll give away like a purple jacket or something. What color? What color jacket should we have?
Did you say
we can't have green? We can't do a green jacket. We have to do a different color.
It would have to be purple because that's like Big Pimp. The nice big old print hat.
Yeah.
Or how about a psychedelic one, or like. Or I don't know.
We need to do one with a giant candy skull in the back if Anson's running it.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Or how about a motorcycle jacket, like a leather jacket with like something badass.
The thing is we have too many varying sizes of dent guys. We don't know which. We might get an.
Well, they have the ceremonial jacket that they put on, and then it gets custom fitted after the event.
Right. But what if we call it the Imitational rather than the
Imitational? I like that.
The Dent Olympics Invitational competition. And actually, April Kenzie, she came up with a really great idea for it. What we're going to do, because we're probably going to do it actually, and it's going to be a $50 entry, which all proceeds, not one penny, but all proceeds will go to charity. So whatever we gain from it will go to charity, and then the presents or the prizes for first, second, third, whatever we decide, are going to be donated by the vendors that we sell at Anson. Like Carbon Tech's always a good one for that, and Illumident and everyone else, Stucky Tools. So those are going to be the prizes instead of cash prizes, and the money that we make, we are going to put towards the charity. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, I think the trophy should be like a trophy that gets like the hockey one. What's it called? Vince.
The cup.
It's a hockey trophy.
The Stanley
Cup.
The Stanley Cup. Thank you.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, and then your name gets put on it, and then
you get to drink out of it.
And you get to drink it. Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's a good idea. We'll get it. Yeah, we'll get it in right.
You know what? You know what else I want to do? I want to get like all these old dent tools together, and I want to build a throne that you get to sit on made out of dent tools.
Yes.
Daniel.
What?
One step at a time. One step at a. Okay, I love it. I love your enthusiasm. Speaking of enthusiasm, I have to share with you guys something I got. I got something this week that it's kind of dent related, but totally not, and wanted to share because it might help someone out there. Jeremy. I don't know about any of you guys. I grew up a little punk rocker, and I always wore Chuck Taylors. Chuck Taylors have like been my go-to, and my feet don't hurt in them. They've now like made them to where they have like softer insoles. So as I've gotten older, Chuck Taylors are now good for my old people feet. But I was looking on the site, and there's not many cold days out here. So I don't have really many cold weather shoes. Well, they now make Converse cold weather Chuck Taylors that are made out of freaking Gore-Tex and super beefed up.
Are they fur lined?
Yes. Yeah, like a faux fur on the inside. And I wore them today, and it was in the 30s, and my toes were super toasty. So
how's the sole though? How's the sole of those things?
Super grippy, like chunky, like
but are they this thin piece of rubber that they've always had?
No, man. Like I'm telling you, I was working outside all day today, 30s and 40s, and it Yeah,
All right.
I felt awesome. So, and they were $60, and
I still don't know what a Chuck Taylor is.
Converse Chuck Taylors.
A 1-star. Yeah, you do. Come on.
You know,
I know what
traditional. It's a traditional tennis.
Yeah,
shoe.
I know the old canvas Converse.
Yeah.
that's
a Chuck Taylor.
I didn't
That's
know
a
they
Chuck
had
Taylor.
a name.
Yeah, it was a basketball player back in the day, but
It was a white guy.
Hey, listen, John, you were an old Hessian, and with your long ass hair, we've all seen the picture on Facebook.
And
You had
it was-
a pair of Chucks. You had black Chucks at one point. Come on.
Yeah.
No, man. It was Reeboks, and they were untied.
And were they the pump action, like the pump in the middle?
Well, no, because you never tied them. Nobody cared about pump action shoes, man. We weren't playing basketball. We were just wearing high tops, kicking hacky sacks.
hacky sack. Wow.
I had PF Flyers. You guys remember PF Flyers?
Yeah, those are the all black Chuck Taylors, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what my winter Chucks look like. They're made out of Gore-Tex and
Well-
they're awesome. Anyways, you should go check them out. Get the Gore-Tex Chuck Taylors.
Somehow, yeah, okay.
Not
warm
really
weather
dent
clothes come
related.
from
Let's
Converse.
move on.
Okay, Vince, you got some stuff?
No,
What do you got?
I got a ton of stuff. First and foremost, if you haven't noticed, if you haven't been to the new Anson site, it is
I got it up.
Awesome.
it's new. Yeah, it
It's
works.
awesome.
You can find stuff.
Let's talk about this.
You need.
I like that
Can I show this?
description.
Yeah, go ahead, because I got one right here.
Woo!
Oh, that was the prototype I saw.
Oh, that's a glue gun, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Is it?
is that red?
Look at the size of this glue gun.
The hell are you guys gluing? That's got to be for collision stuff.
5 pounds an
Exactly.
hour.
5 pounds of glue an hour. Look at that.
So
Look at
you
not
got
even
those big Kiko tabs? You're not going to fill that big Kiko tab with this. No,
You
No,
are,
no.
but it's not going to
No,
replenish as quick.
run out. It go boo 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 boo. No, it's bad. This is man style. Is manly. It's very good.
I'm not even picking up 5 pounds of glue in an hour.
It will fill up all your tabs.
Now,
It will
here's
not
the
let you
problem.
down.
Not the problem, but Daniel knows best about this glue gun because he's had it for a month.
I've had it for a year. What are you talking
I'm sorry, a year. He's been very quiet. He's not like Mr. Toledo that if you give him a little nugget, he starts blasting it all over the internet. Daniel can
I
keep
can keep a secret. I can keep a secret. Why'd you don't post that? No, I won't post it. And then an hour later, he posts it.
right. Yeah. So tell us about this glue gun, and I'll tell you this
So-
and stuff like that.
I've been using the power version of this for years and years, and it's freaking awesome because it has a bigger reservoir. See, this thing is the reservoir. This is what heats up. So the bigger it is, the more glue it'll pump out without failing on you. And what's great about this is it doesn't use that much more battery power than the other one. So you get all the benefit without any really downside. So I'm getting with a 5.0 battery that I have on here, I'm getting more than 4 hours out of it.
Now, but that you've got the adapter to go to your Milwaukee battery. That's a
Right.
Ryobi to Milwaukee adapter.
Right.
So those do take the stock Ryobi batteries.
Same
It's the
same thing as the other one. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is the top portion.
So is it still like a trifecta working with TDN, Eliminate, and Anson, or is this your own thing?
This is strictly an Anson thing, but it's the same build, it's the same guts. The things that a lot of people don't realize, they think it's just a plain Jane type of cordless glue gun, but it's not. All the cool stuff is on the inside with the electronics, and we can't see that because we're not electrical engineers and we're dent guys, and we just want it to work, and we want it to work well, and not give up on us. Don't be a quitter. And the trifecta has proven not to be a quitter. It's been out for a year. And I'm telling you, thousands have been sold, and I've seen 4 come back.
That puppy moves some glue.
Yeah. And usually it's because they've dropped it off of the cart and like bent the crap out of the tip. And that's it.
Okay, so can I try to explain why a dent guy would want this?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to explain
Now,
it.
this
Tell
is
me
the
if I'm-
first time you're seeing it, so of course,
No, I've seen it before.
Oh, right. On accident.
Listen to you guys, all three of you, and I'm sitting over here lone ducking it.
I saw it on accident, but so the reason why something like this would be beneficial is if you're doing a lot of smash jobs. When you're doing a lot of smash jobs, what you want to do is you fill up some pretty big tabs pretty fast. And so you'll go through a quarter or a half of a glue stick on one freaking Kiko large tab or Cam Auto tab. And what happens is on the those smaller reservoirs of glue guns that we already have, if you're putting multiple Kiko big tabs, like some people like to take like a big tab here and this one tension point, another big tab and another tension point, and put them all on at once and then pull.
That's what I do.
You're not going to be able to do that you're going to have a bunch of cold glue. Oh,
Well, you're waiting around.
Hi.
Yeah.
Come say hi. Oh, she knows that my wife knows that we do video now.
Video now.
She just brought me a drink. I'm like, oh, come say hi. She's like, Thanks, babe. So yeah, if you're doing big, huge collision damage, big stuff, I guess that's why it says Anson collision. That's where that larger reservoir is going to come in.
And it's got the same, hot and cold, or I should say high low.
That's my only beef about the trifecta. You know that, Vince?
What's that?
What's your problem?
My only beef with the trifecta is it does not give me an indicator that it's about to die.
Yeah.
The limited glue gun does. It kind of it changes colors on you whenever it's about to, like, okay, hey, you should probably change.
Wait a second. You have the indicator on your battery.
No, it's not about that. It's just I'll just be doing my thing, and then all of a sudden I'm like, man, why is my glue not spilling out? But the limited light, it would be, oh, I see the red, like, oh crap, it's red. I need to change my battery because I know it's about to die. Okay. I don't sit around just pressing my battery button.
Yeah, but this thing heats up so fast. It's like 3 minutes.
I get it. I'm just saying. I'm just giving. It's not. It's just my. It's like if that's the only negative thing I can say about it, then
I can say this: 3 minutes does feel like an eternity when you're standing on a stand waiting at a roof rail because somebody didn't turn the glue gun on.
Yeah, if you forget to switch out your battery, it's not going to take 3 minutes. It's not sitting around so long.
Generally about a minute and a half.
Yeah, so you just slap a new battery on there. If that's the worst scenario with these guns, and I've run into that too, but it's not really a big deal. I just slap it on and do some crown work while I'm waiting for it to heat up real quick. But the dual temperatures, there's the high. The high is 383 degrees Fahrenheit, and the low, which is blue and more of an economy, is 329. And that's the same trifecta as well.
Excuse me, what is
and
that?
It's double the output of the regular trifecta. So as much as how much glue it can put out.
It has more girth.
Yep.
More girth is right.
It's for the men out there,
Well, it's not for hail. You're not going to use that for your standard hail and stuff.
Well, wait a second, John. What happens if you're in the scenario where you're working next to your buddy, you're both doing rails, and he forgot his glue gun today? Oh, can I borrow yours? Yeah, I've got the big capacity. We can share this glue gun. Not a problem.
I'll be honest. The trifecta, you could have two people using the trifecta, and you're not going to have a problem.
You could have 3 or 4 people using trifecta.
Honestly, Jesse and I kind of discussed this as we were sort of doing our own little internal year-end review, and now because of how much we use the Galexo on the small tabs, I don't think I used a one full bag of glue all year.
Wow.
I really need to get on that. Next, if I get a hailstorm this year, I'm going to call you, John. I just need, do you have the Galexo kit, like the hail kit?
No.
Wait a second. You're saying you don't even have a Galexo kit?
I have one metal Glexo tab, and it's the one that's like a $50 size.
Oh, that's the one that got stolen out of our box at
Oh, whatever! I paid for that sucker. I paid handsomely.
Hudson, I'm telling you, I'm taking out door dings. I'm taking out dents with Glexo more and more. The more I use it, the better I've gotten with it. I've figured out all the nuances.
Hey,
got to use it.
I hear you. I agree with you. Give me a way to do it in a mobile environment, and I'm all for that. The thing
I'll
is,
tell you in a minute after we're done recording.
What do you mean?
you tell me in a minute when we're done recording, so we
not a
can't
mobile-
benefit anyone listening to this podcast, Vince.
It's more mobile than gluing.
No, it's if it's exposed and just left out, and then just picks up stuff and like all that kind of stuff. Anyways, moving forward, what do we got, Vince?
What?
Show us
Old
something.
married guy. I can't believe he doesn't know how to protect his tip.
Okay. Along the lines of the glue gun, if you notice, we're gearing towards a lot of the collision stuff. We have a great partnership with Kiko, and we carry all Kiko products and all that good stuff. And we're starting to get into it on our own with some of our own products, and that's where that gun comes from. And also, these are prototypes. This is like the second run, so they're not really.
Okay.
Not
Favorite
being
color,
released.
black and orange. Harley, I like it.
Yeah, well, the whole collision line is probably going to be orange.
Orange is the new black.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. I see this. It looks like an old, like the original Black Plague crease tabs, same style, except you have that compression part at the
head.
top, which I still don't understand the compression head or the science behind it.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can explain that or someone else can. And then, so what's going to set these apart? Why are these any different?
It helps with that hard snap.
So, Hudson, you've been around for 10 years now, and, glue pulling was probably about 10, maybe 12 years old, maybe.
10 years?
No. Worth
14.
It doesn't even matter. I'm sorry, you're 15, not 10. Sorry, Hudson. Sorry, you're right. Don't start crying. Anyways, if you remember Atlas tabs were bridged like that well before.
I have Atlas.
Okay, so don't go there because Atlas was around far before.
Time out.
Yeah.
Do you remember the original marketing for Atlas? It's what made me buy them.
Unbreakable tab.
No, he went and made a swing out of it. He took an Atlas tab
right,
and
yeah, I remember
attached
that.
it to something that he could sit on, and then he was swinging inside a shop on an Atlas Titan tab. And I was like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll buy that one.
All right. Yeah.
Okay,
So
let's continue.
So that is kind of that's where that big oval design is. It comes from Atlas. It doesn't come from Black Plague.
No, I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the
same with that. Yeah,
rectangle with the yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and look at Chronos tabs or what's the other one? The Olympian. Those have the legs coming off of it.
Yeah. I get that, but anyways, yeah, I guess it's a combination. Sorry.
There's only so many things you could do with a tab.
Exactly.
Okay. So the science behind the compression is that when you're pulling with a mini lifter or a slide hammer, you're pulling, the outside is going to be a softer pull than the hard of the inside pull. So you're going to get a center pull off of a compression tab. It's going to pull the center out quicker and then softer on the outside of the crease or the dent. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the middle's going to pull harder than the edges.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Now the different materials, that has a lot to do with it as well.
Yes.
I'm still learning a lot about this. You got to keep in mind, even though I've been employed with Anson for almost 3 years, I've only been here for about 6 months. So I'm learning as I go, the inner workings and stuff. Yeah. But there's polycarbonates, there's nylon, there's this, there's that, there's all sorts of types of materials. The Titan tabs and stuff like that, that was a glass filled polycarbonate. So those would have a better chance of breaking because of it. The old Titan tabs. Now, if you get into like Olympian and stuff like that, that's this material here, which is an quote unquote unbreakable material. Now, if you look at the stuff like radiator shrouds, or those are technically unbreakable plastic. That's what they call it, the unbreakable plastic, and that's what this sucker's made out of. So we've been yanking the crap out of this for days, and you'll get little white stretch marks in some of the corners, but you want that. You want it to stretch a little bit. You don't sometimes always want that. Right. You want it to give a little bit. Otherwise, it will pop a head off. And that's what we're noticing with this material. It's an unbreakable material. That's what it's called, is unbreakable material. Of course, like you said, Hudson, you're a big proponent of saying that, you know, all tabs are consumables, and they are. But these bigger tabs that we're coming out for the collision section of Anson PDR is going to be geared towards, you know, heavier slide hammers, you know,
chains,
the
ratcheting and stuff like that. Yeah.
You know,
I can get behind that.
I can get behind that because I, for the first time ever, broke a Locka tab the other day. I've never broken a Locka tab.
Yeah. That's the same material that this is made out of.
Yeah. Okay. And so, and I was like, oh, I should post about this. And then I was like, no, I don't want to be one of those people.
Right.
And
yeah, how old was that tab though? It was
that tab was, I don't even remember when I bought it. That's how old it is.
So ancient.
Yeah, but so I don't care if your tab is unbreakable, quite honestly. I care about if it pulls. Because let's just be honest.
Exactly.
Right? Like that one tab, if at the end of the repair it breaks, but it just made me $100, that's a pretty good cost benefit analysis there.
Okay, let me ask you this. Would you buy a tab that would break, guaranteed to break after 3 uses, but it would pull the center of the sharpest little ding?
All day long. All day long.
There you go. Yeah.
So this is what we're trying to get away from too. It inserts with brass inserts with nuts and bolts and eye bolts, because those are known under pressure to pull out.
Yeah.
So that's why we're going with the compression tab, which is a tried and true tab. Whether you guys know it or not, we sell a crap ton of compression tabs at Anson. They are a favorite of hail technicians.
And I don't like pulling out. I've got 3 kids.
Right.
Hudson, keep it clean.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Protect the tip.
All right.
Protect the tip.
Compression stuff and
okay. How about we talk about guys.
What?
Yes. Okay, let me get mine.
Body bag.
Here's the deal. Okay, with these body bags, do they also double as like a nice little pillow for health techs when they need to take a nap?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you can dial in on here, you can dial how much pressure you want on there.
No way. Okay, show me that. Show it to me right now. Show it to me, Daniel.
This is the bag. It comes with 5.
Right now I'm at 12.
Okay, 12 psi. No, put it at like
Let's
put it
max.
at 10.
Does it?
It maxes at 12.
It maxes at 12. These bags, they could inflate. You don't want to put them past 12. I mean, past 12 is completely
I was going to say, you would destroy. I've had a set. I bought a set from Snap-on back in 2001 that I used in the body shop. Now mine had the bulb on them that you squeeze to inflate.
Yeah.
Kind of like the door adjuster, from Home Depot that everybody uses in place of a window wedge. I've had those, I think 2 different sizes of those now for 20 years. Hardly ever use them, but they're actually going to probably come back out as I start getting more and more into collision stuff.
Okay, so you got a little quick connect right here, right? Here's the pump, right? And here's the quick connect, right?
Okay.
Sometimes it's brand new, so.
Oh yeah.
You gotta spit on it just a little bit.
Lube it up.
There you go. Okay. All right. That was quick once I spit on it a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So here's my body bag, pump bag.
Right. If you probably would have said a couple of nice things to it beforehand, you wouldn't have to do that.
True. Oh, look at this. There's a little.
Okay. Now is there?
Daniel's already got it. Daniel, what is that? 5 psi?
There's a little LED light on there too.
Oh wow,
11.
That's 11.
All right, I'm gonna go to 8.
And it does it automatically.
Yeah.
And it'll shut off at 8
It'll shut off at 8 psi
or whatever. It'll shut off. The max is 12.
Okay, how long does it take to fill up? Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
I've been doing it since we started, so.
Okay. But it's probably good that it does it slow.
Sounds like your wife's best friend, Daniel.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. So my question is this. You got those and a PS. I'm going to be the devil's advocate here because I'm a Hale guy. So those are listed in PSI settings.
Hold on, John. This is already way too hard. I just stopped at 8. There's nothing.
That's my point right now.
Oh my God.
When you have a manual pump, now say somebody stuck that in the window, and just going to try to open up that window gap just a little bit. Bang! You bought
No, you don't use it in a window.
No, we're dealing with Sean and Jane Q public here. Okay, somebody's going to cram that thing in an orifice that it was not designed to go into.
You will definitely break a window and much other things.
Yeah, you would jack a door up until it needed.
Oh yeah, you'd screw it up. You'd be buying a new door.
What is the lowest setting of the pump? Because my concern is an automatic pump
6.
that
6
not being
pounds.
able to stop. I bet you.
You can push the button and stop it anytime.
Okay, that's the key.
Yeah, no, you can push the button and stop it anytime.
All right, I'm going
let
to
it go
fix
to
right now.
But here's a couple places where you're going to use this. One, sometimes you just need panel support. So if you got a big panel and you're trying to blend out some creases, some eyebrows in it, it's just boinging on you.
Okay.
You can put one of these behind it, and it's like having a dolly behind it.
Pick up box side.
Okay,
And
then,
and then you can also stack them on top of each other if you need something bigger.
Oh, really?
I've done that before. Yeah. But you get a panel that's oil canning on you, and you need to push that thing out to be able to see where you need to blend out to get that from stopping it from oil canning on you. And that's where these come in. They're not going to be in everyday use or anything like that, but you'll be glad that you have it when you need it.
Daniel, how long is that bag? Because you're holding the bigger bag than Vince is.
Yeah, there's how many bags are in a set? There's quite a few. 5. So there's 5.
That looks like
they're
it's
all
like
kind of
15
rectangular
inches.
like this, and then there's one long one.
Okay, but don't use a description like long.
Well,
it's already black. I assumed it was big.
Yeah.
So,
that's the odd size right there.
Is that like 6 by 12 right there?
That
Ben,
looks like
6 by 12?
15 inches.
Yeah, looks like that.
All right. Because if you're using them, it's just like Daniel said. How I always used mine was I'd have it wedged up, say a box side quarter panel on a car. You're up, you've got that large soft depression, and that depression is being held by that crown, but that crown is in like a 2-foot radius.
Right.
We don't have a lot of cars with those quarter panels, but a prime example of that would be a Challenger in the front.
Yeah.
Mustang in the front of that quarter panel. You can get in there and you can move all of that metal. And while that main part of the panel where we have our light and that's the deepest part of the dent is back out in the proper location, those edge areas is what's holding all of that pressure. That gets to hold it there. Your hands free. You're going to town with the blending hammers. But
now, hold on, John. As a Hale technician, and I'm deflating one of these, I picked the smaller bag because I didn't want it to take longer than usual to inflate. But say you have a dent, you have a sharp dent, you don't have a power PDR box, you don't have a hot box, and you have a sharp dent underneath the brace, and you need support underneath the brace. You could slip one of the smaller bags in between the brace and the skin of the car, or even on a door. Say you have the same thing, and you don't want to pay $3,000 for the power PDR box or hot box or whatever it is. These are a viable alternative to making the panel rigid enough to knock the crowns down and move metal around.
Well, that's where my question comes in with that power pump. Then, if you stuck that thing into a brace,
okay, I want to stop right there, right? I just do.
Yeah, that's all. Can you do momentary?
Yeah.
Okay, that's key, because if you wedge that thing into a brace and you mistimed it by 1 second, that's the difference between the brace no longer touching the skin and stuff not fitting.
Yeah.
So being able to do momentary, that is key. All right.
Here's the thing. Once you fill it up to your desired spot, you just disconnect it. And so you need a second bag. You pop it in and do your second bag as well. So once you disconnect it, that is not letting the air out of the bags at all.
What do you do to release the air then?
You pull it from the valve. Okay. Now you want to use the hoses that it comes with, because even though they look flimsy, there's a reason behind it.
They're rubbery, not flimsy.
Flimsy. They're rubbery. So there's a hard silicone on the center of it, and you just pull it off the valve, and it deflates. Okay.
Is that the only way to deflate it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. Daniel, you do not get it. There's an inner, like on a Steck valve or Steck airbag. The ones that you order now will have a little depression thing that you press out to let the air out.
Okay.
I don't have them on these. These are a sample one. But the reason why...
Kit, though.
Huh?
There's one that comes in the kit.
Yes, correct. Now, the reason why these hoses are designed the way they are is because some knucklehead is going to overinflate one of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 12 pounds of pressure, 12 PSI is plenty. You do not have to go over it. They're rated to 37 before they explode. And believe me, when they explode... someone's getting hurt if it's in your hands.
I'm going to say you could drive a car, park a tire on it, and it'll actually inflate the bag. I would be willing to bet.
Yeah, but look at that seam on there. It's really thick. And we haven't blown one up yet, but I've heard from the maker.
So I've been test driving these for over a year now. But the original set I got wasn't this material. This is a lot better material. This is basically what like a Zodiac is made of.
Exactly.
Zodiac. Boat. What's a Zodiac?
Zodiac boat. One of the special forces SEALs use those rubber boats.
Oh, okay.
Assault landings.
This would be the bottom of that, so it's abrasive.
I've actually seen guys on YouTube try to stab one of those boats with a knife, and they can't pop it. That's how tough it is. It's really tough stuff.
He is warranting the bags for a year. So, and obviously, if you're puncturing it with a friggin' knife.
I've been using the other bags, which are not as good as material, and they've held up fine. This is way better, way better.
There are usually, on certain quarter panels, you put this between a quarter panel and the skin of the car on a quarter panel. Sometimes there's sharp edges in there that'll bite you. We all have
that could possibly
chewed up.
But we've all heard of guys telling stories of using basketballs. As
that's
now,
in
now we have
I think John Hiley shows that in like one of his dent trainers.
Yeah, he's a big proponent of basketball.
So this is your alternative, but you got different sizes and shapes and. All
right, I loaded the link, and we'll include those in the show notes there to the Anson page with those PDR body bags.
All right,
so that's 5 different size bags. The power pump there, $350 at Anson.
Yep,
and I'll have that link there for you guys.
Now, there's something that came up on a different group that I'd like to address with the 4 of you. You guys did not know I was going to hit you with this, but I need to hit you with it because I know one of you commented on it, and that is a subscription service. we've been working. One of the reasons why I came to Texas is to work on a subscription service for Anson PDR. And we've been feverishly trying to launch that properly.
For glue.
No, not for,
No.
no.
Yeah, fill me in.
Subscription
here.
for
are we
what?
talking about?
We're going to have different tiers. So it's not just, we'll have one for glue and consumables like glue and tabs and tips, right? But
How
we'll
about
also,
plugs? I want a subscription to plugs.
that might be possible. Anyways, there's going to be different tiers. And what I wanted to propose to you guys in our listening audience is what you would think would be a good number for a subscription service. We all know the last one. I think two out of the 4 people that are on this podcast subscribed to the last one that was out there and available in our industry. Hudson and
it wasn't me.
fell victim to that.
I didn't fall victim. I got a lot of good stuff out of that. I have a half-built mini lifter. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only disappointment I have.
I've got a half-built one, but I also have my Hummingbird blending hammer. That is probably one of my favorite blending hammers of all time that I got out of that. So thank you.
Actually, I still use the little boxes, man.
Those boxes. My son stores his Beyblades in those boxes. You little. All right, they are perfect.
The carbon fiber hood
prop.
hood prop is awesome.
That thing's
I love
dope.
That.
It's like totally overkill for a hood prop. I'll take it.
Oh,
look at this guy. Oh, look at me.
Look
Why
at
would I ever
that.
use that? I have Willy Quick. Why would I want that?
Because it's just a normal one that costs $35 instead of $200. But anyways,
Now, is that like infinitely adjustable or has it got holes in it? I see the holes now. Now that you
got the
rotate.
holes, it's like
hey
a-
Vince.
Okay.
Hey Vince.
What?
That didn't come in my box, man.
No, because there's only 2 in existence right now.
It didn't come in my box.
So, so this is made by Carbon Tech, and it's Carbon Tech for Anson. We've commissioned Carbon Tech to come up with a hood prop. It is based off of the Anson hood prop, except for it's made of carbon.
Yeah, sexy.
So,
Super.
and it's got holes. So, and it'll retail for about $35.
Now, if you
Okay,
pull off the
and that's
rubber
just
cap,
got the rubber-
can you use it as a flute?
Oh, maybe. All right. So what was I talking about before?
Listen, you gotta laugh more, man. These are my best jokes.
He's like texting. He's
Yeah.
texting his
Get
wife
off
in the
your
other
phone.
room.
John Badine is sending me some stupid crap
I don't care.
right now.
Be present, please.
Dent Reaper keeps texting me in the middle of recording a podcast, asking me to come to his clubhouse.
Then
Sounds
you
like
text him back. I'm doing a podcast. No, nothing, Vince.
Everybody should know. He should know. We record on Tuesdays. He's a good friend of the show.
How dare he?
All right, now Vince, how long before those hit the website? Because I've got Anson up on a screen here, and I'm
It's not
punching
there
it.
yet. I'm giving you guys sneak previews of stuff that's really cool that's coming out. The body bags are out. You got the Carbon Tech hood prop for Anson. That'll be out probably within the next month or two. You got to realize we had MTE planned in a few weeks. So I'm showing you all the goodies that we were bringing to MTE.
All right, and the glue tabs, the collision tabs, those aren't out yet either.
They're not, but we got to see one more batch. We made a couple corrections on them, and then they'll be good to run, and we'll be.
right.
Interesting. Funny that you can make corrections without sending them to me for correcting.
You don't do collision work.
Excuse me?
You don't work with the messiah of glue and tabs.
Oh.
Oh, that shut you up.
Well, I was gonna say like something like really like offensive, but I don't ever want to offend Craig Dyer. So
Right.
I was gonna say like, oh, and like name someone that would be completely wrong, but then that would be putting shame to Craig Dyer, and that's just not acceptable.
Yeah, you know what? And he actually is the guru of glue and
Yes.
The Gluru?
tabs.
The glue.
He's the guru. Yeah.
You're welcome, America.
We're going to talk about these guys? Or did we already talked about these?
Yeah, we
We talked
talked
about
about those. They didn't see them. Why don't you like show them up there?
Show them.
Yeah. Hold
Put
them
'em
up.
up in all
Those
their
are the
glory.
phonic tips. I'll look them back up here.
I still
Actually, I
need
don't
some
have
of
my
those.
round one. The round one is on one of my tools. I was using it today.
I need those.
The ball tip. The ball tip is like the money shot. I mean, it's
Like that? That was my.
I need like 5 more of those.
Well, you
But
know,
I was
sizes?
using these all day today on creases. It was friggin' awesome.
that's
love
the other
these.
thing too with phenolic, Daniel. You could drag the crap out of them.
Yeah, they're just fantastic. They don't lose their shape at all. I mean, I was pressing the crap out of this one here. Sorry.
Yeah.
And kept its shape and just love them. Just love
Yeah.
them.
They're good stuff.
Yeah.
Good job getting it up there, Daniel.
What's that?
All right, what else? What else do you guys want to see? Want to see some blending hammers?
Oh, I know which ones you're about to show, and I'm not a
See
fan.
them.
You're not a fan. Okay, well, you saw them in person when
I
you,
saw them in person.
well, they sell very well over in Europe. So they're
I've also
called-
never used them. So just to be completely honest, I've never used them. But as soon as I put one in my hand, I was like, I would never use this.
So for our listening audience, they're carbon fiber with balls on both ends.
yes.
Yeah, show the ends.
Okay, so there's a small ball and a big ball. I have tips on one of them. Sorry. Let me switch. So you can either hold the small ball in your hand or the big ball in your hand. Doesn't
So they're
matter.
kind of vice versa.
Yes. They call it
Okay.
infinity. It's the infinity hammer.
Okay, they've changed it on me because whenever the ones I saw didn't have a big one on one side and a small one on the
Yes,
other.
they
It was
did.
just-
They've always.
there's no way.
Yes, that's why it's called the infinity hammer. Me personally, I like the big ball in my hand.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm used to. You know, big balls in my hand.
Yeah, and then the small ball with the tip.
That's no such thing, Hudson. We all know you have small hands.
Everything's
Yeah,
big.
so my balls are big in my hands.
What tips are those?
Those are the tips that it comes with, and they're I don't know if they're peak, but they're a material that's
They're a
like
material. Oh, very astute of you there.
black material.
These tips here are made of some sort of material of the plastic from dead
Variety.
dinosaurs from
So-
eons ago.
Yeah.
All right, who makes these hammers, Vince?
Okay, the infinity hammer. I think I put it up on the
The infinity. Infinity,
on
like my
show
love.
notes. It's towards the top.
Like
Infinity
my love for
blending hammer.
you.
Comes out of Germany by Mayer, which also makes the Fetty tool. Okay, so if you have the Fetty tool, we sell a lot of those Fetty tools. They're actually really handy. I think that's a Fetty tool is something everyone should have in their toolbox. Kind of like
What's the Fetty tool? I forget.
It's
the
a
Fetty
spring
tool.
one.
Spring-loaded one?
the spring tool.
Oh yeah. Oh, the
It's like a buddy.
glass breaker.
Yes, it's kind of like a buddy tool. You know what? I just need to make one more push on it. I don't want to get out a big tool. Just pop. On a Fetty tool, and you're done. It's made by him, and there's what is it? 18 and 12, maybe? Is that 12? Let me see. That's
They
longer
look
than.
long. They look pretty long.
The website says 15-inch and 19-inch.
There you go. I put it up there properly then. So there's a short one and a long one, and they come in this pretty blue. What is this
It
called?
does have a blue tinge to it. Carbon fiber.
Oh, it's
Carbon
turquoise.
fiber. Yeah, that has turquoise in it. It's really cool. Or they have the regular carbon
And
fiber.
how much are those costing?
$200, your choice.
$195.
Yeah.
$195, and it'll come with the tips. I guess this, like, if you go over to Europe to their version of MTE, which is Ascari, right? They sell the crap out of these over there. Germany loves this hammer, so there's something to it. The machining of it is very beautiful. It's not a cheap blending hammer. It's very smooth. The edges.
Yeah, it definitely feels well made. Like, I'll give them that. When I held it, I was like, yeah, this is a really nice hammer, but I don't think I'd ever want to use it.
There's no hot spots. To be honest with you, I don't think it's that bad, Hudson. I think it's a pretty decent blending hammer.
You can't take what I'm saying with any merit because I've literally never used it. I just put it in my hand. I was like, I don't like the way this feels. It was too heavy. Like, to me, how thin it is and the size of the ball, it seems like more of a finesse hammer, but it seemed too heavy to be a finesse hammer.
Do you think it had anything to do with your girly size hands?
Oh, you mean the hands are the same size as yours, Daniel?
Yeah, but see, mine are like sausages.
No, they are. Like Tony Robbins' fingers, sausages, baby,
That's sausage fingers.
like breakfast sausages.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, what else
Anything
you want?
else?
What else you got?
Is that
What
it?
else was
How are we doing on time? Where's our time?
We're at 49, so we're going to wrap it up in a couple.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
This is also a prototype. We're just waiting on. You've probably seen. Daniel might have posted this. You guys?
No, I did not, because I was not allowed to.
Yeah, but Toledo did. But you talked about this on the real world order podcast.
Yes. So this is how I set it up. I actually slid it up on the slide of the doodah. I don't know why you guys are like screwing it on the bottom.
That's not a doodah.
I'm sorry, not a doodah.
Wow.
Sorry. What is this? Dent dial.
Yeah,
So-
Sal Contreras is very offended right now.
Whatever. So you can slide it up, slide it back for more leverage or whatever, and then tighten it down wherever you need it. And then you're going to put your Gorilla Grip on it. Now, these are not out. There's the Gorilla Grip right there.
Oh, there you go.
So we're making it so there's longer handles than what it comes with for the Gorilla Grip, because we're worried about, once again, some dent guy abusing that Gorilla Grip and not having it tightened down all the way and then snapping the threads on the handles. So on this side, this is just a prototype. This is going to be filled. You're not going to see that at all. It'll be a solid piece.
So, okay, I'm seeing this. It's so for everyone that knows, that's listening. There's a dent dial. A dent dial has a slot through the middle. Okay, has a slot through the middle, and now you have this thing that slides, and you can apply a handle to it to essentially make it kind of like a doodah. And the doodah looks like a sickle thing, like what the Grim Reaper comes to kill you with, kind of shape, right? Oh, Vince is having mic problems. Mike, that's a pretty similar problem you're used to, right?
That's
Things not
equipment
staying stiff.
malfunction there, Vince. Yeah.
So
that's,
okay. So here's the deal. What is the benefit of that? Show us, Daniel. Why would I want this attachment?
Okay. So let's say I got this down. Okay. I'm working on a 4x4 truck. And this was real world just last week. So I'm working on a 4x4 truck, and I've got my dent dial down the window, right? And where's your hand normally? It's way up at the top, way above your shoulder. And where's all your leverage? So you're using your shoulder.
You're trying to wrench down. Yeah.
Here, I had it where I'm just grabbing this lower part, and I was actually just pulling it towards the dent.
Okay.
Rather than pushing it this way, which is a lot of strain on your shoulder for an old guy like me. And so you're changing the whole leverage point and your ergonomics for your body. So
okay, I can dig that. I'm all about
you can
that.
also take it and you can turn this around.
You more or less add an extension onto the end of your dent dial.
Yeah, some more leverage.
Flip your handle over.
But like if you're working on a fender,
That's how I have it set up.
Yeah, you grabbed your T handle.
grab my T handle, but it's now you've almost got like a doodah kind of attachment to your deal. Sort of.
I got
It's a lot more heavier duty than these, but
You could almost get away with it. It won't be as strong as a doodah, but it'll be pretty close. The only problem that I have with that is the longer the handle is, the more exaggerated the tiny little bit of play that is in that handle. There's such a minute amount of play, but as the handle grows, you'll feel a little bit more.
Yeah, I get that, and I'll have a tendency to use this handle at this length a lot because I will use it like
Right.
this
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And when you're, most of the time I keep that play out of the handle at that extent. But when I'm doing it like that, I'm pushing mostly with my elbow. And that goes back to a lot of that ergonomics that I talked about earlier and why the tequila hand tools became my tool of 2020.
Yeah.
And ironically, I didn't know you were bringing that. And I brought that to remind everybody that Anson makes this little hub right here, because this was my lifesaver over the Christmas break. And this hub is what goes on your Ultra tools and then allows you to put the Gorilla Grip on.
Yeah, we got like 4 of those left. We shouldn't be, we're like, yeah. If you don't have one, you're screwed for a little bit.
Yeah, but
I want one of those for
this. Because I don't like the stubby Ultra handles on my motorcycle tools.
Yeah.
I will use this Gorilla Grip, and yes, I've seen some people asking about it, and I've always told them Anson. So I figured I would throw that up here this evening. Don't forget, this is available for your Ultra tools and that Gorilla Grip handle.
Yes, we're having more built, but they're not. They're not going to be like immediate. I think literally we got like 6 or 7 of them left, and that's it.
Well, congrats! I just sold all 6.
To Daniel.
Yeah, I'll take them. Sure.
All right. Yeah. The other thing too.
That was packed full of stuff. Oh, we got one more thing.
Just one more. We got cool paddles at Anson now. The Purple Heart, which was my favorite. That's not Purple Heart. Sorry, that's Purple.
No, that's Purple Heart.
Purple Heart. I'm looking in reverse on the camera. That was my doing. Very hard wood. It's beautiful. And then this is like an African wood. It's like pica or paquita, paquito, pachango, pachanga, patico, pataco, patoko,
Matata. Matata.
That's an African wood.
No worries.
Yeah, that's it. The actual color of it too. It's really cool. And then we have these. These are $15, man. So these are definitely on the site. The other ones we don't have enough of because it turns out you can make 30 of these oak ones to 6 of the Purple Heart because they're so strong and dense and hard. So
I've just never been a paddle guy.
I'm not
Me neither.
guy either.
I'm a Craftsman hammer guy.
Me too. But that's just
You
how
can get. Okay, I'm going on a rant. I don't
Go.
understand the
Yeah.
paddle.
You
With a
got
paddle,
30 seconds.
okay, you the paddle, you get maybe leather and you get wood. That's all you got. You know what I get with a Craftsman hammer? I get yellow, gives me a little bit of. I get red. I get a yellow side, red side. I get wood side, and I get metal side. I've got 4 different variations of
With
hitting
any
and
hammer.
knockdown.
That's true for
in
any
one
hammer.
hammer.
Yeah, you've got many different options with a hammer.
Like you actually, I guess I am a paddle guy because I hold my Craftsman hammer and I use the wood on it to get a really sharp hit with the handle.
Yeah.
So
I use
I guess that is
paddles
kinda like
to hit in a fender kink or something like that. That's the only time I use one.
yeah,
Hudson, do you have any paddles at all?
I do, but I mean, I have an NAPDRT paddle that I got for being a member.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I never use a paddle. I have 2 different winning hammers.
I
with
think it
different
really
tips.
comes down who trained you, because it's guys that have been trained with a paddle to start with. That's who likes paddles.
I reckon, yeah.
Okay, my Mac is going to go to sleep, and I forgot my power cord, so we're going to have to pull this to an end. We're
It's the end of the show anyway.
Well,
it was
there you
packed
go.
full of tools.
Yeah, super duper.
Super duper. Second,
All right, guys.
second episode with video. I hope you're enjoying it.
Sorry, I got to look at this.
Yeah.
And
We're
that,
used to it.
and
at
that,
this stage.
and that, and that.
Well, guys, don't forget to go to Anson and level up your tools.
Don't do stupid stuff.
Embrace the craziness.
Keep it stiff.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the industry and tool-related news every week.
Visit AnsonPDR.com for the largest selection for just about all your PDR tools, where you'll find hog glue and hog tabs.